In this lesson, we discuss preparing a social media strategy. Specifically, we'll talk about methods for creating a social media strategy, and then I also want to point out that the worksheets are in the very last lesson of the course. First of all, don't wing it. A good social media strategy can be the difference between success and failure in the social web. First of all, define your overall goals. What specifically do you want to accomplish with social media? Raise awareness about a brand or cause, target new customers, sell more products, establish thought leadership, drive more traffic, generate leads, or whatever your goals may be. But choose only one or two goals to start. This will help you keep topics focused. And define your target audience. First of all, use traditional methods to find your ideal target market. And I'll show you what I mean by that in just a minute. You want to include more than just potential customers or consumers, though. You want to target influencers and reviewers relevant to your goals as well. Determine where your target audience engages on social media. Is it Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or wherever? Define your audience's social media behavior. Are they content consumers, creators, or both? And then determine how likely your target audience adopts new social media tools. Now here are some steps to finding an ideal target market or target audience. And this is taken from a resource that is within this worksheet in the last lesson and in the resource PDF for this lesson. First of all, look at your current customer base. Who are your current customers and why do they buy from you? Look for common characteristics and interests. Which ones bring the most business? Is it likely that other people like them could also benefit from your product or service? And then check out your competition. Who are your competitors targeting? Who are their current customers? Don't go after the same market. You may find a niche market that they are overlooking. And then analyze your product and service. Write out a list of each feature of your product or service, and then next to each feature, list the benefits they provide. Once you have your benefits listed, make a list of people who have a need that your benefit fulfills. Choose specific demographics to target. Figure out not only who has a need for your product or service, but also who is most likely to buy it. Think about the following factors: age, location, gender, income level, education level, marital or family status, occupation, and ethnic background. And then consider the psychographics of your target. Psychographics are more personal characteristics of a person, including personality, attitudes, value, interests, and hobbies, lifestyles, and behavior. And then determine how your product or service will fit into your target's lifestyle. Now, this step is particularly beneficial in social media because those interests and hobbies and personalities and values are easier to determine, and they're also easier to target. And then finally, evaluate your decision. Once you've decided on a target market, be sure to consider these questions. Are there enough people that fit my criteria? Will my target really benefit from my product or service? Do I understand what drives my target to make decisions? Can they afford my product or service? And can I reach them with my message? And are they easily accessible? And then she goes into some other details in this article, so I recommend that you click on that link when you go into the strategy worksheet. And then define the organization. We talked about this earlier when we talked about finding your one thing. What is your one thing? How will your organization appeal to the heart of its audience? How will you distinguish yourself from your competitors in the social web? What are your main topics? Pick one or two based on your goals. How will you humanize your brand, company, or organization? And then determine your resources. Estimate how many hours a day or week the organization can afford to expend on social media efforts based on the strategy. Designate a social media manager. If it's a small business, assign the responsibility to a trusted employee or hire a virtual assistant that is well supervised. If a large company, consider creating a cross-functional team that works with all relevant departments. If hiring a social media strategist, make certain they have a solid understanding of company goals and policies. And then outline a budget for social media efforts, no matter what size the organization. And here's a step that is often overlooked in many other strategies you will see online, and that is to analyze your existing presence. Do an analysis of the existing website for an organization. Is the existing website social media optimized? Does it offer ways for visitors to interact, share, or collaborate? And then do an analysis of existing social media efforts. If you already have some social media accounts in place, are they optimized? Does it seem that they are offering content relevant to your target market and goals? And now we can start actually getting into a plan of action. First of all, create a strategy for that existing presence. Outline a strategy for optimizing the organization's existing website. This might include incorporating a blog, placing social sharing buttons on the site, placing widgets and badges to highlight their social media presence, and then outline a general plan of attack for improving and optimizing the existing social tools the organization has in place, but save specifics for the social media plan. And then choose the tools. Choose the tools you believe will benefit the organization based on goals, target audience, and resources that you defined earlier. Explain and justify why specific tools were selected. Include a statement about how the organization might generally leverage each tool, but save details for the social media plan. Outline a social media analytics plan for the organization. First, reiterate the goals, identify baselines, and then decide on the main KPIs or key performance indicators. We talked about this in detail in a previous module, and then I'll also include a lesson in this course about creating an analytics plan. And then summarize the use of internal and external analytics tools like WordPress Stats, Facebook Insights, Social Mention, Hootsuite, and Google Analytics. Again, we talk about those at length in the analytics module. And then summarize how the organization should use the tools to analyze and evaluate and take action on any issues, but save the details for the main social media analytics plan. Wrap your analysis and strategy up with a general statement about how a good strategy and plan takes time to implement and establish, takes time to achieve results, and requires transparency, authenticity, and engagement to succeed. To summarize this lesson, define online goals. What specifically do you want to achieve with social media? Define your target audience and market, including customers and influencers. Define the organization. Determine your one thing. How will you appeal to the heart of your audience? Determine your resources. How much time and money can be allocated and who should be responsible? Analyze your existing presence. This includes website and existing online tools. Outline a social media optimization strategy for existing website and presence. Choose the tools you believe will be most beneficial to the organization, but save the details for the social media plan. Outline a social media analytics plan for the organization, but save details for the main social media analytics plan.